Where's the message of the day?
Love everyone, accept everyone for who they are, their differences, their inequalities, like just tolerance and love and acceptance.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
Him. Oh God, die.
We have returned. A lot to talk about.
Well, the thing is we have a lot to talk about, but so last week we went to Michigan to visit to visit our grandkids. Probably the last time we'll ever be in Michigan, what do you think? Now that they're moving to Pennsylvania. I mean, maybe a funeral or two? I don't know. We'll worry about that later. So we had a week off because of that. Been really busy this week because the weather was phenomenal the last few days. That's why it's so late and we don't have a fire because it's just too darn warm. But one thing that happened while we were off, the thing that burns me up, and that's what I like to talk about, what really boils my blood. I just simply heard that the CDC was recommending that they have I'm going to call it the bovid. I can't say the word.
No, you can say that. Yeah.
You can't. Anyway, they're going to make it be part of the immunization record for all children who attend public school. And that is not going to work. There's zero evidence that small children need this, that it even helps them remotely. There's zero evidence. Yet there is evidence that it's harming children. There are some children who are being harmed. It's not being talked about. People are dying all over the planet and nobody's talking about why. Healthy people are just dropping dead, but they won't talk about why. Fine, but don't do it to our little kids. Don't say to our little children, oh, you can't enter school. Sorry, Mom. Can't send your little ones to school without this.
Well, you've got the polio vaccine, and the flu.
They don't need the flu. They don't need the flu vaccine. The flu vaccine will only harm children more than it will help them. You are supposed to get sick, people. This burns me up. You are supposed to get sick. God gave us immune systems. People who are going to die of the flu, they're going to die of the flu. I mean, and they should get the flu shot. Then if you're old, if you have a bunch of comorbidities, get the flu shot. But if you're relatively healthy and you're in your younger years, why would you do that to yourself? Your body's supposed to get sick. And okay, I can't keep going on about that, but it just makes me so angry because this is financially driven. This is being done by Big Farm. I can hardly breathe when I think about it.
Well, I think they may need it because, again, this is what the internet told me, that they are working on a new strain.
Yes.
And so that's actually more deadly and more, so they need it for once that gets accidentally released. So if
once that gets accidentally released from the Boston lab, where they're doing that gain of function on it, we're all 80%. They say it's an 80% death rate.
And
mortality rate.
You know who is running that lab? I'll just say what it rhymes with. It's Proctor Mauchi. So you can't. That's his name. It's Proctor Mauchi.
Yes, it is.
And like I said, and I know I got banned the other time, but Proctor Mauchi is the one who got us AIDS too with the monkey. If you look back into your if you Google it, don't Google it on Google, because Google will lie to you. You gotta go to DuckDuckGo or
DuckDuckGo.
or your local library. There's another way that you can do that, but and just read. Just read to get smarter. Don't worry about the news. Just read. So that'd be my suggestion.
Well, that's always my suggestion too, to go to the library. But I don't know if you can.
And I don't know where you're from, but around here they have movies there that you can rent. And when I say rent, they're free.
No, I know. They tell me how much I save from my rental. They give you a little tally about how much you save from your rentals, and because I don't know how they calculate that, but I guess what you would go to a rental store, which don't
I
even
guess so.
exist anymore.
Yeah, so
But they're like,
it's-
you've saved $1,000 this year.
Hmm.
Okay. Anyway,
They are the worst movies ever, but they do have movies. So
you need to. They're not. Some of them are good. You need to give me a heads up when you're going to do that.
okay. Well,
So
when
I
I
need to
forget,
brace myself.
I forget that I'm so hilarious. So oh, and one thing too, I don't know. Maybe we have discussed this on the last adventure we had here, but in the mail, did we talk about Brode? He got a letter in the mail from I don't know who, but he's currently not vaxxed yet. Once the new strain comes out, he's considering it, but it's a voucher, or he gets a gift card, $100 gift card if he gets the vaccine. So
they're paying people for it.
They're paying people for it now.
Yeah, not gonna do it.
Mm-mm.
No way.
I mean, not for 100. If it was $1 million,
I would do it.
I'd do it for $1 million.
I would not do it for $1 million.
I would.
No way.
Well, what I would do though is I would put a fake arm out. So they put it into a fake arm. I'd get a cadaver, and that way, and I would tape my arm behind my back, and then they'd stick it in, and I'd go, good to go. You can't stop that.
How are you gonna get the cadaver arm?
Hmm?
How are you gonna get it?
Just go to the morgue.
They have to say about arm.
I think I'm not sure how it works. It's not free. I don't know if it's under $1 million though. I'm breaking even at least, no matter what. So we're gonna do that if it comes to that. Right now, so far they're not mandating it for everyone, so we're good to go for that.
Okay.
But
So do you think this is all going to go away okay, let's say there is no cheating this time. Okay, let's say mail-in ballots don't work. You know, the rolls are cleaned up. The cheating's not there. Do you think without cheating there is any possibility that the Democrats could win on November 8th?
oh, absolutely.
How? Name me one person. Well, I guess we know some people that would vote no matter what for those.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got abortion on the line. I mean,
abortion on the line, the murder.
You can't stop that.
No, I know.
So
Can't stop the murder of the innocent. That's true. But again, that's all kind of a lie because murder hasn't been taken away. They're just saying that it has to get people riled up.
well, you never know though. It could be one flip of the switch.
What do you mean?
I guess that's not a good analogy. But,
I'm saying you can still kill your baby.
right. I know. I think you'll always be able to kill your babies. I mean, sometimes parents do it when they come out and they give them, bottles of Mountain Dew when they're 2 years old, and it rots their face, and then they become morbidly obese and die at age 7 from chronic heart failure. Happens every day.
It really doesn't.
Well, once they hit 30, though, if it keeps going,
It does happen in the earlier. That's
the whole thing I've been saying.
Yes.
COVID killed, 1 billion people? But guess what? Mountain Dew and McDonald's, that kills 1 billion people a month or something, I read. So it's way more than COVID. I mean, my numbers might not be completely accurate.
Sound a little bit like Joe Biden.
Right, yeah. Maybe a little. But at least I know how to exit from the podcast to go out that door right there. I mean, I may trip over a bike or something on the way, but I'll get there. I'll know directly how to go.
True.
So.
True. Okay, but if you do reach for my hand to shake it, I'm doing the pullback. Just.
Well, until COVID is completely gone, I'm not touching anybody.
True.
So.
Okay. There's something else, though. There's something else we need to talk about.
No, like I said, we were supposed to write things down.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
no, I know.
For one,
again, I blame the weather. It was so nice. We got so much done. Oh my gosh, you should see the wood pile we have.
I'll take a picture and put it.
Yes.
We'll do a little tour, of all the things
we'll do
here.
A tour
Amazing.
We should wait till we break up the leaves.
No, that's good. Hide the dead grass.
No, the grass looks beautiful like that. But
I did want to talk a little bit about the January 6 hearings.
Yes.
Because that's
it's
really
always
coming
on my
to.
mind.
I mean,
No, that really is. And for people who just ignore the fact that there are people still sitting in that jail, I mean, I can't even. My mind wants to explode.
right. I was talking more about Trump's hand in it all.
For sure.
So I mean,
You don't care about your fellow man still sitting in jail for trespassing.
Well,
They are letting murderers out.
They followed Trump's wishes, and that's what happens now.
Okay.
But again, anyone that actually busted through, they should, I guess, be in jail for sure, right?
You shouldn't get in jail for trespassing.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Who goes to jail for trespassing? What are they going to put Trump supporters in jail for jaywalking now?
Hmm.
Like, really? You don't go to jail for that. Especially when you're on one certain side of the building and they're waving you in. How do you explain that?
Well, it's
Come
all
on
weird.
in.
Yeah, I
Come
don't
on
know.
in.
I mean, the weird thing is, if you
I
watch,
got you.
but like I said, you watch it on Fox, and they're showing them waving them in. But then you watch it on MSNBC, and you see the other entryway.
Because both things
just showing
happen.
that.
Both things happen. But here's one thing we have to talk about. And nobody that isn't conservative, you have to be conservative and actually open your mind to the fact that the government, the other half of the government, lies as well.
Mm.
Like, I already know conservatives are. I mean, look at Mitch. Please don't remind me. But okay,
Oh.
Mitch McConnell. He's a scumbag, right? I can admit that, even though I'm a conservative. I can admit that Mitch McConnell's a scumbag. But people on the other side can't admit that Nancy Pelosi's a scumbag, right? They can't even bring themselves to say it. They pretend she's on the up and up. Well, they don't hear all the bad crap that she does.
Yeah.
But, oh no, Walter puked. Oh, Walter. Okay. But no, what I was saying was, oh no. This is a big one, and I just lost my train of thought when I saw
Mitch
that
McConnell.
No, but it was before that. It's something crooked. They just happened to have a film crew.
Oh,
On
the film crew
January
of the
6th.
January 6th.
Yeah.
Well, it could have. Now, when you say film crew, it could have been a smartphone, and just filming that way. But it did seem weird that, they were filming those calls. They almost seemed scripted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no,
but I think everything. I think it's all scripted. So, it's all that's kind of how it all is.
Maybe. Some of it. Perhaps.
I think Nancy Pelosi called some of her under shady friends and said, "Hey, bust through the Capitol and then run away."
No, but they did have agents dispersed throughout the crowd, stirring them up. What happened to Ray Epps? What happened to him? Nobody will talk about him. Other people who just trespassed in the Capitol are still in jail, but he's gone. Nothing happened to him.
No.
How do you explain that? There's just too many things that you can't explain. And you don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to entertain these things. You just have to have the ability to reason, the ability to go, I wonder if I'm being lied to. Let me see real quick what the other side is saying. And then you go listen to what they're saying. Well, you both can't be right. Both can't be right, right?
Right.
Okay. Somebody's wrong, somebody's lying. Everybody can lie, right? But there has to be one side of the story that is true, and the other side is a manufactured lie, and it's meant to bring down one specific person. It's a good thing I'm not. Speaking of, do you have any more political things to say? 'Cause I'm dying to say this. I'm dying.